Hello and welcome back. So I took a chance. I've got my Cricut Maker running. It's almost done. So I hope our video. Whoops. And I've got Charlotte for some reason hiding under my legs. Girlfriend, go that way. So I'm hoping that the video stays playing. It's almost done, and I promise that noise will be gone. Okay, so we're gonna jump in and start. Oh, good. Okay, we're done there. Let me turn that off. I didn't know how much longer it was going to go, but that is so much better without that background noise. We're going to get started. Like I explained. Hi, Christina. Welcome back. I'm so grateful. You're always here, and I appreciate that so much. I hope that you guys are having fun working along. We're going to be working on Oh, what fun, the first 5 pages. And then after this video, I have it set. I'm going to jump on to a new video with Vicki Bouton's kit, and we're going to start on those first 5 pages so we can get all of our fun holiday crafting out of the way, right? Of course, we don't want to get it out of the way because this time we want to make sure next year we're good and ready. Okay, as we're working on the album, what I'll do is I'll take my pages out. Just makes it easier to work with. And then makes it easier to work with, but now everything's falling out, which we don't want that to do. Sorry, I'm just putting these back on so I don't have to chase them. Okay, the first page we're working on is this chipboard with the tab at the top. And I even went through and got things ready so that I'm not digging. Hi, Nikki. Nikki, so what time is it now where you're at? Because it's a different where you're at time. I'll use those first. Oh, okay, let me take some out. So it's 5:11 p.m. here. Okay. I got my foam dots, different sizes out, glue. We're going to start here with page 1. Like I mentioned, I went ahead and got what we needed out so that I wasn't digging for things because I know that drives me nuts. So it must drive you nuts. Doodlebug paper, as you know, I don't ink it. You certainly can, but I don't. It's 2 a.m. Nikki, go to bed. I love you, and I'm so glad you popped in, but you need to sleep. You are so sweet to pop in. The first page is just perfect for adding. Just woke up. Well, I'm so glad you did. I wake up about 2, 3 every night too. You know, the old bladder. But now that the dogs are sleeping in the hall, I some nights don't even wake up unless Wilbur's crying. I think he knows we've been sick and he wants to be with us. Plus, Lexi's brother Wyatt was here, and they sleep with him. Well, we've missed you. I actually am feeling better. I'll admit I took a nap. I have to. This is the weirdest cold. My husband, same thing. You're doing great all day, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I got to go take a nap. So I am really looking forward to how wonderful I'm going to feel when it's gone. Okay. Of course, something's always got to give us trouble, right? But overall, yes, I am feeling much better. So I have a bigger gauged wire to clean out that glue bottle. What do you do? Unless you're using tape. Oh, goodness. Okay, we're not going to mess with that. We'll just clean that out later. And the nice thing is tomorrow, I'm going to feel even better. And you know what? I haven't seen my harmonica. I hope she'll pop on tonight. I hope she's not. It's going around. I guess everybody's getting this bug. Couple of husbands, they said, in the hospital with pneumonia. And Rick's brother just got home today. He had pneumonia. But he's doing better. Thank goodness. Okay, and then what I did, I took from the bits and pieces. So this is going to come from your bits and pieces. And it's oh, I don't know what happened up there. It's the mantle with the stockings. And I thought, how perfect to cover this. So I did bring it up so it covered the outfit. It kind of looks a little 3D there. Oh, Christina, I'm so sorry. Now, I'm going on day, 4 or 5? So tell me that I'm coming to the end. Oops. Husband got antibiotics. I did not. I don't need them. Okay, we're going to pop these here. Okay. So I'm going on 5 days. I'm at the tail end, right? I gotta be. I don't have time for this. I have so much I want to do, and then I don't sleep because all I can think about is everything I want to make. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Does anybody else do that? I don't know if you guys heard one of the dogs yelped. I have to tell you, while my daughter was here, the weather's been beautiful. 46.50. Oh, my hubby got out of the hospital, but but he had to have skilled care for a week or so. Did he? Oh, wait, he had pneumonia, right? You said. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you have to have that if you've got antibiotics or a PICC line. Anyway, while Kara was here, we were out playing with the dogs. Charlotte, yeah, they're up there wrestling. They're getting in trouble. Charlotte grabbed Homer's tail and bit it. So they're out playing ball. Homer goes for the ball. Charlotte bit his tail, and he flipped and twisted his back leg. Oh, she was in so much trouble. She can be a vicious little girl. Oh, he does have a PICC line? Okay, for the antibiotics. So does my brother-in-law. And it's a good thing. Now, I have the stockings showing a little bit. If you don't like that, but I like it. It looks kind of like a shadow background. So I did pop those up on a foam dot that wasn't quite so thick. And basically that's the front page. I mean, you could put a family picture up here. Would be pretty cute. Hi, Diane. And hello, Janice. I love your Christmas tree. And that's all there is to the front of page 1. Now, the back of page 2. And you guys, I did really good up to about page 15. And I had this all written down, which made it so much easier for me to find it for you. But I didn't get it written up with everything that went on. But I'm going to get better next year. But you can see these take a lot of writing. That's why I just do them and I don't write them up. But I did pretty good writing this one up. So for the back of page 2, first of all, I'm going to grab my embellishments to show you. The back of page 1. from your, let me show you, from your odds and ends. So that's why I also like to keep these so I can look and see. I am, Diane. I actually had an hour and a half nap, so I feel better. We're going to have Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus. There's one very similar, and he's got his hand up. It doesn't matter because they'll both, can't remember if we used the other one or not. But I did choose Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus and this darling little Christmas tree. Oh, I've got to get out the presents. And then from the bits and pieces, I chose the larger Christmas tree here. And I do need to grab the presents. And we have a green and a blue present. I did not see that from our bits and pieces. Here's my blue present. Then we have a little short green present. There we go. And like I said, you're going to have so many fun little pieces left over. Okay. All of these are from your odds and ends. And I wrote on the back, odds and ends. This is the one that came from your bits and pieces. And it's the bigger Christmas tree. And that's what we're going to use on there. Then we want to grab our 12 by 12. This is called Spot of Cheer. Oh, thank you, Nikki, and good night. Yes, you get back to sleep. Sweet dreams. You have 2 sheets. So one, we're going to use the tags completely. But right now we're going to use one because we want these polka dots. Then this is where we're also going to be cutting. Oh, I should have gone through. We will, wait a minute. We're going to check those because you have extra paper. So in your bag that you have of your pre-cut papers, yeah, this is the 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. It's an odd shape. So I only did the 4 by 6, 3 by 5s, the very normal shapes. The ones that have these extra sizes, we will be cutting. But you have in your kit the 12 by 12, 65 pounds. So you'll want one of those. And then you're going to want the red from here. Not the red and pink, just the red. The red texture cardstock. And then your white. Oh, she's on one. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she's on one. So, first of all, we're going to cut. And it doesn't matter what direction because we use most of this. You have another sheet for your tags. So we want to cut a 6 by 8 inch piece. Okay, that's our first cut. And then you want to cut a 3 1/2 by 5 red cardstock from the textured. By 5. Then from the white, so this one won't come out of our bag. This is going to be 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Now we have a little blue stripe. And that's going to, oh, I don't want to lose those. Okay, that piece is going to come from our 6x8. So on the front, and these are so cute. You've got the little tiny squares, but we're going to use the back side. We just want to cut a little piece that is 1 inch. We needed the blue. So I'm going to save the borders. I don't know why. It's just because. But you have 2 of these. So it's 1 inch. We'll just pop that back in. And you know what? It's really crazy. I look, I think I've pulled everything and I left out the happy ho ho ho. And that's going to come from your chit chats. See how much easier it is to find when we get everything sorted? I forgot the happy ho ho ho. And here's what we're making. And so I'm going to go ahead and add this to the red cardstock. Well, me and glue bottles tonight aren't going to do well, are we? Now, as you guys know, right now it's too cold. I can't get art glitter glue. I tried to get another shipment and they said no, but I have more Barely Art glue coming in. So if you get desperate, but if you're local, of course, you can come into the store. And I can ship it with hand warmers, but you still risk art glitter glue freezing. What dots did I use? Okay. Oh, let's put this on first. It just makes it easier. Janice, it does. It doesn't dry as fast. You know what? It's almost identical, but for me, I want it to dry fast. If you want more slide time, yes. Janice, did you not get your Seasons of Creativity kit where we gave you a sample? We had a little sample. They gave us sample bottles, which are so cute, in your Seasons of Creativity box. Okay, 5/8 of an inch from the bottom is where I put mine. Oh yeah, you can play with it that way and try it out. I mean, is there much difference? You know, once you use this all the time, you think you know there's a difference. I feel a difference. Some people say there's no difference. Using my mat. So I think it just really comes down to what you like. See, I like that instant it's stuck. Whereas I could slide it around a little bit if I was using Barely Art glue. And then, oh, good, you have some Nouveau? Yeah, use that stuff up. That's what I've been doing, trying to use up stuff and then get rid of it for the new year. I don't have a lot of stuff left, but I had a lot of cardstocks, and we've been using those up. Okay, now we can go ahead and put this down onto the back of page 1. I've been using art glitter glue for so many years, and I think that's the thing. If you go from using score tape or your favorite adhesives, and then if I'd gone to Barely Art glue, but it wasn't out then, probably would have been my favorite glue because I would have transitioned right into it. But I went to art glitter glue, and that's all I've used. Oh, you're kidding me. Boy, that's a long time. That was a long time retreat up in Vermont. I used to go to different states. Okay, now let's do some laying out here with our photo mat we have ready, because we want to make sure we leave room for our ho 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 to you. And can come over a little bit. And we want room. Yes, those were the best slippers for Santa. So I'll leave Santa right there as I put down the photo mat so I can see where it's going to go. Placement is right to his hat. Centered. Now with the foam, I want to use thicker ones. Okay, right over, but still room to tuck our photo. I put Santa down flat. And again, I put him just to the top of the photo mat. About 1/8 of an inch from the edge. Now, Mrs. Claus, I'm going to pop her up on foam. I meant to keep a hold of those. Okay, I'll bring her down just a hair. Turn the heat down. There we go. Now our Christmas trees. Love our Christmas trees. The tallest one will come up to the top of the photo mat. And I'm bringing it right to the edge. So we won't add glue to the top. And then we'll overlap the small one. I just love this page because, I don't know, she's so adorable. Just love it. So we're going to lift up our tree, kind of place our finger for a placeholder, and not add glue there. So we can slip our photo, like I said, right to the edge. And just about to the corner there, the photo mat. We're going to pop our cute little tree up on foam. This came from your odds and ends. Will that fit on the star? Yes, it will. Kind of zigzag them for support. Where's the mouse? It's sneezing time. Man, it's going to feel so good when this is over. It's not that I feel sick. It's just obnoxious. Thank you. As many of you know, because you've had it yourselves. Okay, now our cute little presents. Here's the thing. They're going to be just on top of the tree. So the part that is not on top of the tree that has the foam dots. So I just need to put a foam dot basically on the side, maybe on the bottom to give it support. But you don't want to put it on top of the tree area or it'll be too high and it won't sit correctly. Wow, Janice, I did not know you guys caught it. I'm so sorry. You know, okay, Janice, I'm just kidding, but I'm going to say this. You know, we have to keep our elderly well. No, you know I'm just kidding because I love you to death. And you're not much older than me. Okay, so a little glue on the present so it can anchor on the tree. Now this little guy, I'm just going to glue him onto the tree, basically. Down the center and then the side that will hit the blue present. And that will be all it needs. Okay. Oh, yeah, you have had a rough year. You've had your share, and you're not going to have any more. You're done. I'm not going to allow it. Okay, This one's going to go back in. This one's going to come out. And we talked about this where possibly, I don't know what happened. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and pull out this back one, because if there does happen to be an issue with short, then we're going to use the blue cardstock. And so this is considered page 2. Oh, good. I'll take the 5 years for you. Okay, let's take out our little cute things, and we'll have to get a couple more out. But what we have here is that other, it's a 6x8. And we're going to use the plaid side. And then we want our Ladybug Petite Prince. Oh, I pulled those out, I think. Oh, I did not. So from your Petite Print package, you want your Ladybug polka dots. Or Ladybug Swiss dots is what it is called. That's going to be the photo mat area, and then we have a white. So this is one that you'll need to cut. That is not in that pack. Okay, we're going to cut the red first at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. It's pretty good size. I don't want to hit the mouse. Again, you don't have to worry about directions. Wait a minute, that looks pink. That is pink. But it says Ladybug. Okay, you guys, is it my eyes or is that pink? It looks pink to me. I don't know why. And then 6 3/4. They look the same. Okay, I'm going to trust you. Four 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then our white is 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. Okay, we're good to roll. Okay, from your odds and ends, we have the Gingerbread Bakery House. So cute. And then we have the Gingerbread Stack. And then this one came from your Chit Chat, the word sweet. Whoops. Okay. Everything lined up. Lost my cloth. Hi, Jen. I am. Thank you. Yeah, it's that time of year. It was just my turn. Okay, we can set that side aside for just a moment, and let's go ahead and add the white matting to our polka dot. She says, as she's, I know, I'm so sorry, you guys. If I could do this on mute so you didn't have to listen to that, it's either that or I put tampons up my nose. Remember when you were a kid? We used to stick toilet paper up our nose and walk around so that we didn't have to stop what we were doing if our nose was running or bleeding. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that's what I did. I wasn't going to stop playing outside. Because you did it too, huh, Janice? Okay. This is so cute. So this is just going to be centered. Only with bloody noses? Oh, I was one of those allergy kids. And a major tomboy. Oh, come on, Jan. I can't be the only one. Of course, I had brothers, and I did everything they did. I didn't have a sister that could influence me in the girly ways. Only my mother. Okay, our cute little gingerbread are actually going to sit over here on the blue, and we're going to pop them up. Oh, I did too, and I used to take my brother's trucks and I would give them away to the neighbors, and he'd come home from school, and I was in so much trouble. I was always giving his cars away. Oh, so you didn't either have the influence of another girl but your mommy. Yep, me too. So I was just one of the boys. Okay, so I just put it in the center between the two holes. Sweet up at the top. We only want adhesive on the top part. You were a tomboy too? Me too. And I'm glad I was. Now we've left the bottom open for the photo. And with the house, same thing. We only want dots on this side and along the bottom. So when I turn it over, it's going to be on my left side and on the bottom. Let's see if I went with big round ones. Yes, I did. Oh, good. You know what? I became a lover of doodlebug too when Cynthia showed up at my store and dumped it out on my table. And she said, because every time they'd call, I'd say, no, I just can't sell it. I just felt it was too kiddish. And she says, no, you're going to look at this. And they were so sweet. And it just made me a lover of it after I saw that, hey, we don't have to use this just for kids. It's all in the frame of mind. And this one, I will put photos in. Of course, that could be my famous last words. I'm going to try. Okay, so this side is open for that photo. And that page is done, so we can flip it over. Now this one, we're going to start with our 6x8 Christmas trees. I think that's the whole thing, knowing what to do with it. I think that was some of my problem too. I didn't know what to do with it either because it was so much. As you can see when we sort it, there's a ton of stuff, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't know what to do with it. So I thought, I'm going to show you what to do with it. And we're going to have fun, but you will have so much left. That's why I say do not put it away. We are playing with it next year. So for this one, we will need our doodle pop trees. And then you're going to want the ornaments. Now the ornaments come from the bits and pieces. The ornaments do not come from your bits and pieces. They will come from your odds and ends. Well, you did a beautiful project with that butterfly kisses. Okay, so we have our 2 ornaments, and we're going to use our shape sprinkles. And see, I missed one. I missed the word, so we need to get back in here. Back to our chit chat. And warm Christmas wishes. Actually, Jan, I'm just convinced it's after seeing your G45, no matter what we send you, it's gorgeous. You guys do such a good job. Okay. We do want to cut this. We want to cut a part of this off. And for the front, we have a 6x8 piece, but we're going to cut it down to 5. Why did I do that? I'm not going to do that. My notes say, so that's weird. Let me do a measurement here. I don't think I wrote that down right. I don't think so. How about I look at the right page? Sorry, this is the back of page 2. So we want to cut this at a 2-inch strip off is all. So put this into your paper cut trimmer, and at 2 inches, we're going to cut 2 inches off. Now we can get in our bag of, because these are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So in our bag, we have the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. You have your 3 by 5s. That's what I did, Jen. And then this is a 4 by 4. So this is one we have to cut. It is one of the odd shapes. So this is what we have in your package. I didn't go over. You have your stack of 4 by 6s, because these are our most common sizes. Our stack of 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, 4 by 4, 3 by 4, and 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So your bag has got the most common sizes that we're going to use on probably everything else. But this is our 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and we want to use the green from our pack. And let me show you something. Okay, this is very possible. Remember, I have the single sheets. So I think what happened is the girls pulled me the wrong color from the warehouse. So you want the medium green. You should have a medium-ish green. It'll be this one. They pulled me the wrong green, it's all. And that's okay. I think I have a little piece left of it that I can use. If not, I will use a different, I'll use the darker green. Let me just check in my scraps for making the original project. So I can at least show you the difference, but I don't, okay, I don't have a scrap. So use this green from your textured. This is the wrong one. I'll leave that out so I can show you the other colors. Sometimes it's just hard to match when you're in the warehouse. Yeah, this is the darker, and there is another middle one, which is this one. Okay, so I'll just leave that there. But I'll go ahead with the dark green, which is going to look just fine. And from our green, we're going to cut 2 of these that are 3.5 by 3.5. These can be addicting, Jen. I didn't think I'd ever like making these, and then I started making them, and I'm like, I really like these. But I still like to do albums, so I go back and forth. Okay, from our white sheet, we want 2 3.25 by 3.25. And that's all the cutting we have to do. Let's go ahead and put our photo mats together first. Oh, that would be cute. And it would be so easy for the grandparents to slide photos in and add them. Oh, I know what you mean, Jen. I have 14. And could you imagine us making that many albums, 8 and 14? That would be crazy. That would be 8's pretty bad. Not bad for the grandkids, just a lot to do. Okay, we've got our Christmas trees, and then we have the back side. Kind of break up those colors. And then the ornaments in these trees will show so much better. So this would be a really good spot, when you're going out to get your Christmas tree, if you do that. So I'm going to leave this one right there for now. Put the bigger one down first. just to the holes. Oh, and it does slide on these dividers, so hold on to it. Oh, I'm Janice. Are you there? Yes, Janice will be there. She is. Oh boy, have we got some things planned. We just got to get together and plan them. I'm not sure if she's still there. Well, let me tell you, Janice makes it a lot of fun. Everybody does, but it's magical. It comes to life. And I'm not just saying that. Okay, photo mats. So I want to lay those down because, oh, that's right, in Ogden, yep. I want to make sure I have room for warm Christmas wishes. So I want to put these down first. Hi, Rhonda. Well, I hope so. Rhonda has been to a lot. Yeah, you haven't seen Wilbur in a while. Wilbur wrapped her around his finger, is what he did. Oh, Charlotte is okay. You can meet her. She's kind of I don't know. She doesn't go to people like the other two. And she hides. For a beagle, but she can be very mean to her brothers, let me tell you. Um, she's very timid and prissy. What can I say? Okay, now this is going flat. So I like to have a combination of the flat and popped up. Okay, let's get out our Christmas trees. Those are the fun things. She's been going to some others. She's getting a little better. I wanted to take her. We have an indoor dog park and get her socialized. And Rick says no. Last time she was out, she was in the backyard. They got kennel cough. Remember that year after we got her? And so he's like, no, I'm not going to have her getting sick. I'm like, excuse me, you don't like her, remember? But she sleeps next to him, cuddled up, and she just loves him. Craziest thing I've ever seen. So I thought for sure she'd be my baby, but nope. Okay, so I'm going to put this over on the blue side in between the dots. And then I'll put the pink and the blue down at the bottom. These are so fun. And then the blue. Um, you know what? Well, I had Bagel, and they didn't really bond with him, but I know the boys did bond with me. Let's see. Ours are both girls. Oh, are they? Okay, well, and it's been a while since I had a girl. Maybe I just forgot. Okay, ornaments. Now, I didn't put those up. I put them on a flatter square one. No, she wasn't supposed to bond with him. She was supposed to bond to me, and she didn't. Sometimes she looks at me like, "Are you still here?" Yes, I live here, remember? She's a poop. So this one will go over to the left. And then this one will come to the right, and we'll put some stars on there and make it really cute. And in the Weekly Wolves, I swear that's really her talking, because I could see her, if she was the little sister, a real one, I could really see her doing that to her brothers. What do I do with these when they're done? Well, you know what? I usually put one in the store, and I have one sitting down here in my basement in my studio on the shelf. And everybody keeps telling me, you got, and I do. I'm becoming overrun with albums down here. Or I need to get some pictures. I'm gonna try and put pictures in one of these, but I'll put them in the store, or I really should do something with them, Jen. So, any suggestions? My kids all say, "Why do you not sell these?" I'm like, because I have boo boos. I'm weird that way. I've got the cats, the dogs, the ones we did all summer long. I have all of the 49 markets. We have one in the store, and the rest are down here with me. Okay, I want to add some stars. And I just did kind of a random, add some glue here. Just kind of where, stars would kind of fall. And you can put as many as you want, because you've got quite a few. So I'll start with a large blue one. That's going to be a small yellow. Oh, and at retreats, well, I need to go back to doing that, where we bring them and give them away. Oops. I give them away as drawings. Tiffany, now we need a bright pink. We'll bring some of hers once in a while and give them away. So we want a bright pink, a smaller bright pink. And then I have a smaller light pink. But I love them, and I hate to give them away, but I have to do something. They are becoming a lot. Okay, there's page 2, complete. Now, page 3, I'm going to take out. It's got such a glare. So we're going to start with, let me show you. We're going to start with the 6x8 lights. We're going to cut it down. Okay, yes, I do too. So from our odds and ends, we have the Santa letter, and we have our boy and girl elf from the odds and ends. She's on the presents and he's on the reindeer. Then from our bits and pieces, we have Christmas and Santa season. Then we want, oh shoot, okay, I'll use the dark green again, but it'll be the same green that you did your photo mats with. I got the corner knot down. There we go. That would be fun, Jen. So we want to cut a 6x8 1/4. And that, you know, that for some reason it seems like the plastic sleeves that are 6x8 are bigger or longer. So I cut my base piece 6x8 1/4. I like it to fill out the whole pocket there. So we want to cut this down to 5 3/4. And the back side is yellow stars. And 7 7/8. That's where the 7 7/8 comes into play. I don't know. I might take them all, Jen. No, I'm just kidding. And that is going to sit just like so on our page. We do have some more things to cut. We want the yellow petite gingham. This is going to be our photo mat. And it is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, we need another piece of that red. But we just used the red ladybug. I don't think this will be long enough, but we have that little square also. So we want this to be 2 by 5 1/4. Yes, it is. So I just need a 2-inch piece. Just a little bit of color accent to break that up. And then our photo mat is 4 by 6. That is already pre-cut for you. So you can just reach into your bag and pull out a 4 by 6. Okay, let's get everything put together. I'm going to set that aside for just a minute. And let's go ahead and put our 4x6 down. So that's where this is going to come into play. We're going to lay this down. We're going to put this on the, oh no, we're not, because this goes in, we're going to slip this inside of the sleeve. So this, I have this extending over just a little bit. If you want, no, I don't. I have it down a little bit because we're going to put the letter to Santa there. Just to break up the color. And before we put this down, we want to make sure. Did I put those back in here? Yes, I did. Our Santa season. Let me grab these guys. Because Santa season is going at the top. So we want to make sure we have room for that. So I just laid this down to where I want it. Like so. And making sure we have room. Bring that up just a little for all of our fun stuff. And get, there we go, glue underneath there. Especially, Jen, since you haven't been to Farmington Square, Farmington Station, that is such a fun, fun place. Okay, next we'll put Santa season down. And I did not put any of the pop-ups on my plastic sleeves. They're gonna keep longer inside of there. And then we want, let's just go ahead and take all these guys out. Oh, that's right. Oh, Christmas, sorry. Christmas is for the back. Okay, so we can just leave that there for a minute. And we have our girl elf, and he's coming to open the presents and the letters to Santa. I'm going to use my chunkier ones. And again, if it's going to touch your photo mat, make sure you don't put any adhesives there. So that's funny, Jen, because now everybody will see that and say, hey, Jen, you're going to be... Now they'll be saying, bring me this one, bring me that one. No, they're not. They're very appreciative when they win things. It looks like these little guys just went up on the squares. So we'll trade these out. And again, a lot of it's over the photo, so you want to make sure. So I'll put one on the hat and down here at the bottom of our little reindeer. And just on the bottom. I'd like to try and get two for better support. That's open. And the same with our girl. So I'll just come down the side and down the bottom. Okay, the front is done. Whoops, does it need one of? No, I think we'll be okay. Oh, you like? Okay, well, you have a good night, Jen. Thanks for popping in. Let's turn this over, and now we're going to create the 4 photo spots on the back here, and you'll want. Oh, thank you. I do feel a lot better compared to compared to what I felt like. Again, you have 2 of these. So this is meant to be used with the cute little advent calendar they have. So for this one, this is called Festive Flannel. I just love this one. So we want to do our first cut at 5.5 by 7.5. I did not put any white photo mats over the floral. You certainly can. It would be your 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. No, it would not. You would cut these 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. I just loved it like this, and I'll use that as a background with a photo. So that will go down on the green, and then from the 12 by 12, Berry Christmas. So pretty. Pink hearts on the back. And we're going to cut 4 of these. So I'm going to do my first cut at 3.5, and then I can just go right down the row and cut 2.5. And 4. Keep that little piece. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down first. Hi, Peter Pan. Yo, I know. Isn't it adorable? It's bright and it's happy. And it's just super fun to work with. Okay. Our 2.5 by 3.5. Super fun for those photos. And then we will use that from our Bits and Pieces Christmas, but I just add let me show you, a strip in the center across here so that the photo will tuck underneath there. Okay, so we want to line them up first. And I'm trying to use the squares and the grids. The lines on the squares as my guide. Okay, once we're there and you're comfortable with the look, we're going to glue them down. Ah, well, it doesn't want to grab a hold of the paper. Okay, I'll get that down with my foam folder here in just a minute. Okay. Now I'll just line my sides up. I'll watch where I'm putting it on the gingham, and this is easier. Oh, we have over on Scrapbooker, not on Scrapbooker, so on Facebook. I have a group. It's free, and yes, they would work, Janice, and you know what? They'd work really even better if I would use them. Yes, the Simple Stories spacers would work great. We have a free New Year's Eve crop. We start at New Year's Eve. We do some Zooms. The designers are doing some fun projects. It's free. It's my way of giving back. And we give prizes. We play games. So it's on Scrapbookers. And this year's theme is roller rink. So do you guys remember that roller rink ball? And oh my gosh, I spent many a New Year's Eve at 16 at the roller rink. And that's when I got to stay till midnight because I was 16, right? Um, Now, we're working on a new teaching platform that we used for it was really funny because our retreat for the last year has been called Oh What Fun, our virtual retreat that we did. And that's what this collection's called. It came out after. But this is all free. So you can find it on Facebook, either in Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. There should be a link, or it's just on Facebook. It's called Country Craft Creations New Year's Eve Crop, and it's free. Okay, let's put this down the center. That's what I mean, Janice. I get tools, really cool tools, and I forget to use them. The Simple Stories grids, plastic ones, are so awesome to use for this. Okay, so we just want this in the center. Now, you can also just glue it. It doesn't have to be popped up. But I do want that foam tape to be in the center there so I can get my pictures in. And I can just slide them right in there. Okay, that page is now done. So we can slip this in the sleeve. And then go ahead and grab out your next page, which is the vertical pocket. It's amazing how I get confused here. Goes this way. Sometimes they get caught. Well, is this one a little too long? that's a little tight. Well, I need to fix this. Oh. So I'll take a little bit off. That's better. There, but now, but at least it's the full length of the plastic sleeve. Okay, page number 4, and then we'll have one more. So it's the vertical pocket. And when we're done, you can just go back through if you want to add these little cuties in there. But for page number 4, you want from the 6x8, we're going to use this. We're going to cut it so we don't use the whole thing, actually. And then, so this is from the 6x8, and then we want, that goes on the back, so we don't want that right now. We want from the cut apart sheet, the Merry Magic, and I'm using Christmas Wish List. And these were made to fit perfectly on here. So cool. Okay, we'll take the header off. And I'll cut that right up the center. These are some of my favorite because I love these journaling spots. Okay, let's do a fit check because I'm going to trim just a hair off. Yeah, it's really a tight fit. So it measures out 3. I'm going to take a 1/16 of an inch from each side, just a little bit. And watch your cutter so it doesn't chew it up. Now I'll cut it at 2 7/8. I believe that pocket is 3 inches. Now they are a little short of the pocket. Like I said, for some reason, they make these pages to be, they're longer than 8. They're 8 1/4, and they do the 6. So you could also double mat underneath there if you like. I'm okay with it, or you could actually add another piece at the top or bottom if you wanted to. Now, see, we don't need to go all the way in on the pocket. I only went 3 1/2 inches, I believe. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and take this little guy and just cut it down at 3 1/2. We'll set that in our use on something else pile. So when we put this in our pocket, it'll go just barely in and then to the dots or the ring binder holes. Now, the one thing, see, they're the same length. So they do match when we put them next to each other. Super cute. Then you got a really cute place to put down the wish list and a pocket to keep whatever you like. So I am matching that inside sheet. Okay, let's turn that over. And we're going to be using our 4x4s from the 12 by 12 sheet and the swimming pool. I just love this. I thought it looked so pretty with it. So we wanted to grab our swimming pool. Am I giving you the right name? Yeah, swimming pool dots. White on one side. We're going to use both sides. And then from the 12 by 12 sheet, because you have 2 sheets of each. We're going to do some cutting here because we're going to use some of this on the 4x6 on the next page after this. So we want 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. We're going to go ahead and cut that out. And then we're going to go ahead and cut this one out that we want to use right now. And this one is it's called Deck the Halls, but you've got I just call it our cut apart sheet. And we end up using all of this as cut aparts. So you can go ahead and just cut all the way across. And we'll just hang on to those in a pile that's easy to find. And then we'll cut this one, our 4x6. It's going to go in the pocket page that's next to this one. And then I'll go ahead and cut my 4x4 Happy Holidays. He's so cute. And then we want to cut a couple more things. From our swimming pool, first one we're going to cut is a 6x8. Oh, yeah, you can't, if you're having a bad day, this will make you happy. I'm not kidding. It's so fun. 6x8, and then we are going to use the back side also. And for the back side, we're going to use the white, and we want a 4 1/4. No, we don't. We want a 4 1/8 by 8 1/4. And I just noticed I forgot to pull one thing, which was a pull tab. We'll want to grab this, and I'll show you where that is in just a moment. Now, we have some of these on the sticker sheet. Is that why I missed it? They're the tab. No, I did not. It's right here. He's hiding at the bottom. Because we want to put this down before we put the mat on top. And this one comes from pretty sure it comes from our chit chat. Yes, it does. No, it does not. It's kind of like, I don't know where it comes from. It comes from your bits and pieces right there. And this one says December. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. We have our cut apart. We have our December. And yes, I do have from our odds and ends, I have the two gingerbread, one on the red and one on the green. So I'll put them there so you can see those. And I'm going to put this on first. The right side, or the darker side. The only thing we need is Christmas music in the background. But I can't. YouTube won't let us. That would be perfect right now. Okay, let me move this because we want to score our 8 1/4. This is the 4 1/8 by 8 1/4. And we're going to lightly score this at 4 1/8. We just want to score it in half. Don't push too hard. Yeah, that bone folder. It's not the right bone folder. Isn't it crazy how you know your tools? Okay, now let's check out our 4x4 because I want to trim it down. I want more of the polka dots to show. So I have this on on 4. I'm just going to take a 1/16 of an inch off of each side. It's just a little bit. And let me check this because I might not take it off the bottom. It looks like it's already kind of close there. Or maybe I already cut it. I've done that before. Okay, so that looks good. Let's take our December and line that up and then burnish. It already has a crease in it for us. So you can either put it under the paper or to the edge of the paper, either way. And then I'm just going to center it. So on the back, I'm just going to add my adhesive all over the back, but on the front, just here at the bottom. And of course, I've got to sneeze. Hold on, let me mute for you. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just do that? Yes, I did. Well, mine's going on the inside. Do not do what I just did, which is okay. It'll just be on the inside. Goodness. Darn sneeze came at the wrong time. Well, it was supposed to be here on the outside, but that's okay. I mean, it's there to help lift it, but I can't pull it off now. So make sure you just get it on the one layer, which is the front layer. So it's meant to lift it up with. Where's our package? Okay, let's get in here. And from the package, I'm going to get 2 4x4s, and we're just going to cut them down. If you want. Now, your 4x4 is a good size if you want the whole thing covered. And I want some of that blue polka dot to show. So I'm just going to cut these down to 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. 2 of those for the photos. Now you still have your 12 by 12. So if you want to cut it from your 12 by 12 and keep these 4 by 4, you certainly can. You got plenty. That's one thing. I like to make sure your kits have everything you need. And then some. Okay. Now, we can go ahead and put this down, but I want to go ahead, see this border strip? I did not pull that. That's going to come from, let me tell you where that's going to come from. Our 6 by 8. I think I'm wrong. Yes, it's going to come from the 12 by 12. Right here. So again, you have 2 sheets because we're going to use a lot of the borders. And then you'll have one because of the back of the snowflakes. So it's this right here. And I'm going to cut, have a Holly Jolly Christmas off. First, we'll cut our header, or this thing, branding strip. And then I'll cut at the pink. And we already know our page is 6 inches. So that's one thing to turn it upside down so that if you notice, they paste these out at 3/6. So great. So when I go and cut it at 6 inches, I'm not cutting my words off. I just love that. That's one of the cool things about these border strips. We get so excited over the craziest things, don't we? But the fact that we didn't cut into our words, I love that. Okay. Now, from the bottom, I'm going to place mine about an inch from the bottom. Again, I just pretty much eyeball. And it will just fit right on top of our matting. So my little green one will go down flat, and then I'm going to pop the red one up. And again, these are from your odds and ends. It's going to go right over there on the edge. So these are a little bit thicker, the round ones. Okay, page number 4 is not done. We have to glue this down. Let's add our adhesive to this, just the back cardstock. For those of you that will be working on yours later, just remember this goes on the front. And I liked how it just blends in. It looks the same color until you fold it down. Okay, there we have our page 4. Okay, then our last page for tonight, because we'll be working on this tomorrow, is the 4x6. So at the top, we're going to have the card. Now at the bottom is going to be the red texture cardstock. Okay, we're going to start by cutting that at 4x6. And we've already cut into it once. Yeah, we cut the red. Okay. I had to check that piece to make sure it wasn't big enough. So we're going to cut the red at 4x6. And then this is a white that you'll want to cut from your 12x12. And this one is going to be 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. No, those are 4x6. Okay. So I'll make a 5 3/4 and then 3 3/4. And when we turn it over, so we want to cut, we're going to take our 4x6 pad, and you can't really see it, but it is really cute. You'll be glad you used it. And we're going to cut a 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 from our 6x8 paper pad with the little gingerbreads. Okay, maybe we're not. There we go. I knew it was somewhere in here. Keep that out. I'll put that back in. The back is a blue. The front is our little guys. So let's cut it 3 3/4 first. Just put that away. And then we'll cut it at 5 3/4. So it will layer like so. Well, this will go down on the back of the red. And then this is another white that we're going to cut. And that one is going to be 5 1/2 by 3 1/2. So we'll cut that 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. Let's see, how long? Oh, you know what? I've been doing it for at least 20 years back, and when they were chipboard albums. And this year, I just decided I'm going to try these ring binders. I've made some in the past. They were nothing like what I do now. My goal was to make these so that there was some interaction and a lot more variety. So this last May, I said, I'm going to do it. We're going to start making some of these. And so this kind of thing, I just started this year, and I love it, but I still love the mini albums. And we'll be working on the December Daily tomorrow morning. We're putting pictures in it, and I build those in advance. But yeah, I've been doing them for about over 20 years. Okay, we want 2, and we're going to take these right out of our package because they're the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Back when I started, though, it was chipboard shapes. We were doing them on 3 rings. I really didn't like them, but that's what the thing was. So we wanted 2 of these. Boy, how we have evolved, haven't we? And learned to do different things. And okay, let's put this fun stuff all together. So I'm going to start here with the cut apart. I'm going to turn it over. On the back side, it's going to be our 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And this one, I did not pull the graphics, as we call them. Oh, here we go. But we want this little cutie. Okay, and he's going to come out of the bits and pieces. Nope, not that one. There it is. And then we'll be getting out our other little words here in just a minute to put those on. Okay, so I want to space those again. This will just put adhesive in the center, and we can slide our photos in. And there's been so many changes along the way on mini albums and crafting and planners and just really fun things to build. Like I mentioned, in the past, I would probably have put this on top. I'm now putting them all inside so they're protected. Now I'm just going to add a dot of adhesive right in the center. And put that down. Lots of space for photos. And now we can slide that in. Okay, let's start with the red front and the bigger of your white photo mats, because this just has the white, and we'll add the Christmas. Now this Christmas, did I add that to the inside? Hold on. No, I did put this on the outside, and I'll show you. I'm going to use my dots. And a lot of our design team members and others just use, I got a little crooked. They just use the art glitter glue or just the adhesive that comes with it. But I don't trust that over a long period of time. And I have to tell you, these aren't all together. There's a lot of them that are piece by piece, but they were really fun to do. So we'll do those here in just a minute. Let's turn this over. And because it's not directional, I've got some lint on everything. I didn't worry about which way I turned it. So let's put down our cute little gingerbread first. Oh, well, you know what? I was a card maker too. And that's, I think we all started card making and layouts. So actually, scrapbooking's been more like 30 years. You know, the 12 by 2, or no, they were 8.5 by 11 layouts, and then it went to 12 by 12 layouts. And I've still got those books. I actually had my wedding album like that because I've been married for 40 years. And I took it apart and made a wedding album during COVID and took them out of there. So, yeah, I forgot about that. And then I was a card maker. And I'm like, no, there's got to be more to life than just a stack of cards. I love to make them though. And I'm starting to make even more because I like to have them. I don't like to go to the store, you guys. The store is just, I don't like to go. I would rather, and I think I've got all this stuff, I'm going to make cards. We will make cards with this, but it's with our leftovers. But it's not going to be till January. And that's where I'm going to start using all of the Christmas we have this year so we can start getting ready in January through November next year. Every month there's going to be a Christmas project because I want projects done before we get to December, and then we can just play. Okay, let's put this one in our envelope. Now let's open our puffy words. Just take those out. Packaging I'm going to toss. Okay, I think, oh, you know what? I'm out of dots. Okay, well, I'm out of dots, you know, my little glue dots. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use my glitter glue on top of this. Now, I did find these are pretty sticky. But I want to assure that they're not going to fall off. So far, none of them I did over the summer with the sticky dots fell off. So hopefully this will help. I think it will. Now it just reminds me of it. It feels like a Charlie Brown Christmas right there. I love it. So that's going to go on the front. Oh, Diane, so did I. I fell behind. And of course, with you being sick, Diane, and then your grandkids too. Yeah, we're not going to rush it. We're going to enjoy the season all year long. And I'm excited. Now, I believe it's going to go right across here at the top. Like I said, each one is separate. And then you can have a full picture and then believe. I'll just put that back in the tote that came with your kit, and we can go ahead and pop these in our album because we now are done for the evening. And we've done the first 5 pages. And tomorrow we will do 5 more pages. No, we won't. You know why? We've got a waterfall to build. So we'll do 4. Well, these are a little more in depth. So we've got 4. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, you did break your hand, and oh yeah. Then we'll pick up with our 5 pages. We just want to build that embellishment. Oh yeah, and then we might go into Saturday morning, but we'll be done. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I'm so glad we were able to get this started. And now it's always fun to me. I love to watch. See, it starts to get a little puffy there. I love watching that growth. I am going to clean up, and actually I'll be live with the Vicky Booten, and we're going to be working on her album here in 10 minutes. So if you have that kit, yes, I'm crazy, but I will be live here, like I said, in just about 10 minutes, and we'll start video number 2 on our second album if you bought that kit, or if you just want to watch and join us. Love having you. Thanks for being here tonight, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.